There are 4 words that a woman never wants to hear. That is, you have breast cancer. Early detection may save your life. I had a friend that died several years ago from breast cancer because it seemed like they caught it at the end, and she didn't live very long after they detected it. The American Cancer Society website, copyright 2008, states the chances of developing invasive breast cancer at some time in a woman's life is 1 to 8. That's about a 12% chance. In 2008, an estimate of 182,460 new cases of invasive breast cancer will be diagnosed for women in the United States. I would like to talk to you about what is breast cancer, the risk factors, and treatment. What is breast cancer and how is it discovered? Breast cancer is a small, malignant tumor that is formed around the cell of the tissue in the breast. Breast cancer is discovered in many different ways. One way is a mammogram. The National Cancer Society website, www.cancer.org, states a screening mammogram is an x-ray of the breast used to detect breast changes in women who have no signs of breast cancer. Because there are times when you can have breast cancer and don't even know that you have it because you don't have the symptoms. It is usually involves 2 x-rays of each breast. Mammograms make it possible to detect tumors that cannot be felt in the body. We know women do a self-breast exam every month, so you ought to be able to feel a difference, a change within you. Mammograms make it possible to detect the tumors. Mammogram also can find microcalcification, tiny deposits of calcium in the breast that sometimes indicates the presence of cancer. Now that I've told you about what it is and how it's discovered, let's talk about risk factors. Gender. We as women are prone to breast cancer because we have more cells than women do in the breast. And as you can see here on this visual aid here, this is the tissue of the woman. It could be the tissue of the man. But as the cancer forms and gets aggressive, the spots that you see on here is the cancer cells that's on the body. It begins here, but then it ends up here around the tissue because it forms around the tissue. And here's an example of a risk factor that's stated in the website of the American Cancer Society. A woman with cancer in one breast has a 3 to 4-fold increase risk of developing a new cancer in the other breast or another part of the body. This is different from a reoccurrence of the first cancer. And the third risk factor is family history. Plays a part in us as women developing cancer. Because if your mom had it, it's likely you may be able to get it too. So the best thing for you to do is get yourself checked. You don't have to wait until you're 40 years old to have the mammogram. If it runs in your family, go get early detection. Get it checked out before you turn 40. Now let's move on to getting treatment done. What are some types of treatment? I have a friend right now that's going through chemotherapy and radiation. And she told me that every radiation treatment may not work for every type of cancer that you have. There's different treatments that they have to do for different types of cancer. Chemotherapy is a form of treatment that most people use. I found an article on a website about chemotherapy. The website is breastcancer.org, and it states, the purpose of chemotherapy and other symptomatic treatments is to get rid of cancer cells so they won't spread to other parts of the body. Chemotherapy is effective against cancer cells because the drug loves to interfere with rapid dividing cells. And in conclusion, early detection may save your life. The American Cancer Society website, copyright 2008, states the chances of developing invasive breast cancer at some times in a woman's life is 1 in 8. Remember, that's a 12% chance. You might be that 12%. Knowing what breast cancer is, the risk factors, and the treatments that you have to use, you may be to help save a friend, save a family member, or save your own life. Remember, save a life today.